Scholarly Articles. Excerpts from Reading Games, Strategies for Reading Scholarly Sources by Karen Rosenberg. Reading scholarly articles requires us to think deliberately about the role and relationship between the writer, reader, and text. Why is your professor asking you to read this article? Possibly to introduce you to a set of debates, to provide information on a specific topic, or to challenge conventional thinking on an issue. Consider the audience. Scholarly articles are written by experts for other experts. So there is a major implication that you should be aware of if you are not the primary audience for a text. The author will assume prior knowledge that you likely don't have. Fortunately, there's a formula to help us unpack these types of texts. Before reading the article from start to finish, get a lay of the land before you get in too deep. One way to do this is to study the anatomy of the article. Here are some key components to look for. The title. It's not uncommon to have a pretty long title separated by a colon, and it usually follows a predictable pattern. The text to the left of the colon serves as a teaser, or as something to grab the reader's attention. The information to the right of the colon typically is more straightforward of an explanation on what the article is about. Next is the abstract. This is a summary that seeks to answer specific questions including the main problem or question, the approach or methodology, that shiny new thing that this article does, and why people in this field should care. This is a good place to reread, highlight, underline, and look up what you don't understand. Try one of the library's reference databases like Credo or the Oxford English Dictionary. Next up is the introduction. This is similar to the abstract, but it will also often offer a roadmap to the rest of the article. This will help ground you in the larger questions that the author is addressing. Next is section headings. These are titles to particular parts of an article. Read all of these to get a sense of the trajectory of the text before reading the full content in each section. Finally, we have the conclusion. Use the conclusion as a checkpoint to make sure you understood the introduction. A slight rephrasing can help you understand the author's arguments in an important new way. In addition, the conclusion is often where the author indicates the limitations of their work, the unanswered questions, and the horizons left unexplored. Your next step is to see if you can answer this question: what is the main argument or idea in this text? This will help you determine which parts of the article that you need to read extra carefully and which parts you might be able to skim. Collectively, these suggestions and guidelines will help you read and understand scholarly articles. They ask you to bring a great deal of awareness and preparation to your reading. Academics write to join scholarly conversations. Your professors require scholarly articles so that you can join them too. As always, visit us at the reference desk, call us, or email us with your questions.